to look and feel your best. So let's get into this. Before we do, I just want to say a big happy holiday to you. So if you are new to me, I'm Kathryn. I'm your spiritual nutritionist. I have a background in food psychology and self-sabotaging behaviors for women in particular. I'm a master hypnotherapist and a world-renowned intuitive, and I'm here to support you in living your best life in a body that you love. So let's get into today's video. First and foremost, what I want you to know, no matter where you are and who you're with, no matter what's going on in your outer reality, I want you to know that you hold the key to all of this. So we want to remove and flip the script. Every December and every holiday season, I hear the same thing, and I've thrown it out the window, and my invitation is to do the same for you. Pay attention to the scripts that you have on repeat about yourself. Let me give you an example that I hear often. I'm exhausted. I'm so tired. I have no time. It's such a busy time of year. I'm out of my routine. I don't have time to enjoy. I've already gained weight. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. We've got to flip the script on what the holidays get to be. I want you to actually be in a space of repeating, this December was my best year yet. More money than ever came to me. I experienced immense ease. I've never been so present, felt so fulfilled, and had my heart so happy. Oh my gosh, I stepped into January already having released weight. I didn't even do anything. I blah, blah, blah. I ate, I enjoyed, and I still look better than ever. December was the year that I knocked it out of the park. I worked less and made more money. Start to really pay attention to your language, because what we are doing is casting spells, and we are putting out what we want in the universe. So pay attention to what you're putting out. If you feel like you don't have time and you constantly are telling everybody you don't have time, then you're not going to have any time. If you are constantly saying, I'm so stressed, or I'm overeating, oh my God, I'm going to gain weight, then you are actually prescribing what you don't want to have happen. Remember, what you describe in the present is prescribing your future. Boom. So let's not do that this year. 2, what I want you to do is understand more than anything, and this is where the mindset comes into place, and this is where my favorite teacher of all time, Neville Goddard, will always say, what we assume to be true and what we place our energy and focus on is what flows, grows, and will come back to us. But what we assume to be true, what we believe we're deserving of having, and who we're being is exactly what will manifest into our reality and what we will attract to us. So if you are looking for love, be very, very clear on the partner that you want to attract in, and then ask yourself, am I being that? Do I have all the things that I desire in my partner? Because I want you to know how powerful you are, and that you actually will attract to you the very thing that you are writing down, that you are seeing, that you are believing, and that you are being. It's the same thing when we're looking at health, and it's the same thing when we're looking at our family dynamics. So tip number 3 is around family and love in our lives and people in our lives, because that is what goes on in the holiday season, whether it's colleagues, whether it's clients, whatever relationships you have in your life. I want you to understand that what you expect is what you will experience. So what are you expecting from them? Are you already expecting to be let down? Are you already expecting that, there's going to be additional stress or pressure? Are you already expecting that it's going to be a challenge? Are you preparing yourself for the worst or for the best case scenario? I don't care what you've experienced about them in the past. That's the whole point. You get to create your reality based off of what you want and who you're choosing to be. So what do you want to bring into your reality? How do you want those relationships to go? It doesn't matter if every time in the past uncle or aunt or your in-laws did this. This is the year that all gets to change, because you know that you hold the key, and what you script becomes your reality. What you say, what you think will create for or against you. So where are you on that spectrum, boo? That's what we want to do, and that's what we want to call in and attract to you. Again, you hold the key. So when we're looking at, those are the mindset principles that I want you to hold. I want you to script out how this holiday goes for you. I want you to pay attention to your assumptions, because your assumptions will give you the window into exactly what you believe to be true about yourself and about other people and what you're expecting. So if you don't like your assumptions and they're out of alignment with what you consciously think you're creating, that's where you get to do the work, so that you can be in alignment to then create the reality in your life that you truly desire to have and to experience completely. Okay. Next, we want to look at what you are putting into place to stay on top of your health and wellness goals. So that means bringing your own dish to things. That means never going anywhere starving, hoping that they have foods that will work for you, that will be in healthy and health conscious. Instead, you want to have a little something healthy beforehand. Protein heavy, lean protein is the key to weight loss, weight maintenance, to staving off cravings, and to keeping your focus. So we really want to have a high protein snack or meal before we go to an event. And then whatever else you want to have, you get to have a little portion of. But the worst thing to do when you are actually en route to achieving an ideal goal weight or looking a certain way is sabotaging yourself by not being prepared. So have a high protein snack or meal before you go. Always know that you have the opportunity to say, hi, can I bring a dish? And also when you get there, what we want to do is navigate. If it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no. Nothing is off limits. We don't restrict or deprive here. But if it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no. You don't need to eat everything on your plate. And just because Aunt Mary made it for you, it's okay. If she's going to be a little offended, you can put it in the trash later. You can just go, But gone are the days of us overeating to please others or not asking for our dietary preferences to be met because we feel bad. We are in a state as women of, right? To rise higher and to use our full voice and self-expression to get our needs met and know that we deserve it. And that in doing so, it's you that gets to wake up with you the next day and feel proud of the way that you took care of yourself, right? A mother takes care of her child and any dietary preferences without a problem, right? So you have to do that for your own inner child. A mother will go, oh, my child can't have dairy, or my child this, or I had to bring something for them. Why are you any different? You're not. So start to treat yourself with just as much love. The next tip that I want to say to you is this holiday season, give back to yourself and understand that you get to question all of the rules and all of the roles that you've played previously and ask yourself, just because my mother did this and my grandmother did this and my aunt does this and everybody in my family does this and this is what the women in my family do, is this what actually would make me happy? Is this what I want to do too? Maybe it is. Maybe it is. And maybe it's not. And if it's not, then I want to give you the power back to say, honestly, I'd rather order half the food, or I'm going to start asking everybody to bring a dish, or yes, I need more hands-on in the kitchen to help me so I can enjoy the holiday too. You get to create your own rules. Okay? So whatever that is, this is you. You get to create it. And how you want to operate in that is okay too. So if you're going and the expectation is that you have to be up at this hour and do this, you get to say, you know what, it's actually my vacation too, so I'm going to take some extra time for myself in the morning, or I'm going to actually step out and do a workout, which is another one that I would hear from clients where it would be like, wait, you're going to leave? And this guilt around it. And yes, you're going to leave to take care of yourself. So you are not overly stressed, so you can be your best self. And again, ladies, I want to empower you to use your voice to get your needs met. Gone are the days of us feeling bad and guilt and shame around us needing to be a certain way. It's your life. At the end of your life, you're with you. How did you want to live it? What do you want your holidays to be? If you want to go away and you don't want to have all the chaos, you don't have to. Start to question every role and rule and belief that you have, and start understanding that you don't have to live anymore by default. You get to live by design, right? This is why I run my reinvention workshops. We're going to do another one December 11th, and we're going to do another one on December 27th. It's completely free. It's streamed to you. You can sign up. I will put a link below. I would absolutely love to have you. It's Reinvent Yourself for 2025, where I take you through the exact formula where you get to design your life by your design, not by default. If you want that, put reinvention in the comments and I'll make sure that myself and my team get you a link to sign up. Like I said, it's completely free. So the next thing that I want to tell you that you have to do is, guys, especially the busier you are, hydration. ASMR. Hydration is key. It's so easy, especially if you are having more cocktails than ever, eating out more than ever, right? We don't know what's in restaurant food. There's a lot more sodium, a lot more sugar. Hydration is key, and it's going to support you in aging backwards, keeping that skin nice and glowy, right? And plump and beautiful. It's also going to keep you fuller longer. It's going to stave off cravings. It's going to help with morning elimination. It's going to help with detoxifying the body. That's what we want. Okay, so get something, right? This Sumiyoki, Brewmate. I mean, honestly, guys, you can get them anywhere. Give it love. TJ Maxx and Marshalls has great ones. And I like when they're leak proof, like this one, I think it is. Well, the straw, no. But this, like, I love leak proof because I'm always like putting my water recipes and different things in here. The next thing that I'm going to tell you that's so important is don't stop with your routine. I see this every year. I'm going to put this down because I don't like it in the video. I see this every year where I have clients or women will message me in their community where they'll say, yeah, I've just been so crazy. And they don't make it a non-negotiable that they're going to stick to their routine. Instead of adjusting that they're just going to get up 30 minutes earlier, or that the motto that I always teach is do what you can, where you can, when you can. And so that you take the pressure off that you need to go sit in the gym for an hour. Like, it's like, just do 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. As often as you can, intentionally getting your heart rate up, right? That's going to make a big difference. And so what I was saying is that I see often is, oh, it's just the holidays. It's just a crazy time of year. And they abandon ship on their routine, their goals. And when in reality, yes, the holidays, it can be more. But guys, we're humans. We have the capacity to expand and do so much. The holiday season is not that. It's like, it's just being more diligent and recognizing, yeah, there's more on your plate. But again, pay attention to what I started off this video with. Pay attention to the way you're talking. Are you already sitting there like, there's no time, I'm so stressed, I don't know how I'm gonna figure it out? It's like, no, you get to figure it out and you also get to ask for help. So the main point here in our step number 6 here, our healthy holiday tips, is stay connected to your routine and adjust it to work for you, but do not abandon ship. It will be that much harder for you to start in the new year. And this is the time when you want to double down so that you can actually, more than ever, this is when you want to double down to take care of yourself and to really be in full support for yourself. So please don't abandon ship and get caught up in the holiday hoopla of, oh, throw caution in the wind, I don't care. You will regret it in the new year, right? I'm not saying not to enjoy. I'm not saying not to be present. But what I am saying is when you actually look at the identity of being healthy for life, and it's not a diet, it's just who you be, you don't abandon ship on a pivotal pillar in your identity. You just don't. Right now I have a stress fracture. I'm going to the gym. I was at the gym yesterday. I was at the gym the day before. You guys can see in my, well, not on YouTube, but in Instagram, I post the workouts that I do. It's like, yeah, I'm in a boot. I can't do the same things, but I'm still going because it's who I be. Yes, my workouts are different. Yes, it's shifted the way that I am typically doing things, right? And I'm still going because it's who I be. It's not even a thought not to. It's not like I'm like, oh, I'm off for 3 months. It's not even I'm off. I don't want to be off. It's what it grounds me. I stack the benefits. I stack the evidence for why this is something that I love feeling strong, that I love feeling fit, that I love feeling the power of being me in my body. I like feeling my heartbeat. I like feeling stronger and stretching myself. So that is just who I be. So take it off the table that you're dieting, that you need to lose weight, that you blah, blah, blah. Just stop. Just say, I'm now committed to being the healthiest version of myself. And it starts now. It's not starting in January. We're not doing I'm starting on Monday. We're not doing, I'll start after the holidays. We don't do that here. We know that right now, today is the opportunity, because who I be today is creating for the version of me a year from now. Who I am being right now is creating the set of beliefs, the way in which I operate, that's creating for me or against me. So if I'm going to sit on my sofa, or if I'm going to make excuses, or I'm going to keep putting it off, do you know what you're saying to the universe? I don't want to have the body yet. That's what you're saying. I'm not saying that. Cancel, clear, delete. Do you get what I'm like? Be very, very clear. Like, universe, that's not me. I'm giving an example. You want to say, like, really look at everything that you're putting off. I'll start focusing on money then. I'll start getting clear with my numbers then. I'll start writing that book. I don't know. I'll take that course later. Everything you put off today is sending a direct message to the universe that you're not ready, that you don't really want it. Because the bottom line is, if I said to you, the body's right here, you can have it tomorrow, are you going to put it off? If I say to you, that $1 million right there, it's literally right here, because that's what our vortex, our escrow is, right here. It's right here for you. There's nothing off limits. You have it right here. Are you going to go, you know what? I don't want it. I'm going to wait. No, you wouldn't do that. So really pay attention to everything that you're doing, because everything is energy. Everything is energy. And everything that you're being, everything that you're saying, everything that you're feeling is creating for you or against you as a vibrational frequency. That is the law of the universe. That is the language of the universe. The universe is not going, well, she's setting off fear-based thoughts that she can't have it, but we know that she does, so we're going to give it to her. No, the universe is going, she doesn't want it. Done. So pay attention. I want you, the next tip that I have for you, holiday tip number 7, is I want you to script out exactly how this month goes for you. And I want you to script it in that I am, I have, and I want you to actually allow the visions to come to life. I want every aspect of it. This happened for me, my health, my wealth, love, family, it all happened. It all worked for me. I created it all. It's all here. You're going to write it out. You're going to script it. You're going to allow for the visualization to come to your mind, because every time we're writing, there is a vision there. For those of you that say I'm not creative and I'm not visual, that's just a lie. Because when I say apple, what did you just see? Don't tell me you can't visualize. Every time we write something, every time we're driving in the car, we are casting visions constantly. So now you get to be intentional in those visions and understand that what you allow yourself, and this is a great journal prompt, what would I love to have happen this December? What would I love? What would I just, what would make this month the best month ever? What would that be? What would that be? Put it out. Let it go. Cast it, write it, give yourself the grace and the space, and do it. Tip number 8, be unapologetically you. This kind of ties into what we were saying in terms of going into places. You get to host the holidays the way you want to. You get to wrap your presents the way you want to. You get to order gifts the way you want to. You get to ask for your needs to be met. You get to ask for support. You get to put yourself out. You get to dress in a way that makes you feel sexy and fabulous and fun. I don't give an F about age. You get to do you, boo. You get to spend the money on you the way that you want to. You get to do all the things. And you might say, well, Melissa, that's selfish. And I would say, actually, it's self-love and it's self-care, and it's giving your soul your permission to be your badass, bold self. So stand unapologetically in yourself and own that that's who you get to be. That is the greatest gift that you could ever give your soul, is being unapologetically yourself and allowing yourself to be seen. Tip number 9. I actually want you to live this December as the highest and best version of you. I want you to dress as her. I want you to talk like her. I want you to act like her. I want you to start to think like her. I want you to practice playing and being this version of yourself that you want to be when you step into 2025. I don't want us to wait. I just did this in Limitless Academy, and we started with our goals now, and we're going through that process because everybody crams it in the week between at the end of the holiday and into the new year. And I need to do my New Year's resolutions. That is not allowing for the proper joy and fun. It feels stressful. It feels like I need to figure this out. I want you to allow for the gestation of your true desires to come to the forefront of your mind and your being, and allow for this month, for the unfolding, waking up each day and saying, soul, guide me. What do I really want in 2025? Nothing is off limits. Everything is here for me. Please don't wait for that pocket of 2 days before the new year to get really, really clear. I want you to give your soul the expansion and the time and the space, and play in the what would I love? What would feel incredible for me? What would make me so happy? What do I want to have experienced at the end of this? And knowing that every aspect of you, every ounce of your being, every decision that you're making now, and every time you allow your heart to guide you and you start doing that, then on the 27th, when you come to my reinvention workshop and you sit there and you're like, okay, I'm going to do this with Melissa. I already did this part. So now I get to go even more detailed. I get to be even more clear. Everything starts in here. In the imagination. I'm not talking about the mind. I'm talking about the imagination. The imagination is the godlike mind. I'm not talking about your mind. Your mind is an artifact of past consciousness and only knows what you've taught it. I'm talking about your imagination. What would be your most epic 2025 ever? What would make it your most epic? And let's take all limitations off the table. I want you to stretch yourself. I want you to grow into that. Tip number 9. How can we make this so healthy? So here's the thing. For every cocktail you have, I want you to drink water. Understand that, yes, I'm as a nutritionist, I know, but I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about alcohol at all, considering I always get asked about this, and I have a book on Sip Yourself Slim, water recipes for your healthiest, and it combines all these different things with teas and essential oils. So let's just talk about this. If you are going to drink, then really get away from all the sugary and the heavy creams. And I'm also going to I want to talk about drinks right now. This is also the coffee drinks. So we're going to table alcohol. I'd rather talk about all the coffee decadence and whipped cream and syrups and all the things. Understand what you're drinking has a lot of calories, fat, different things. So just focus and pay attention. Where do I want my calories to come from? Your body is like a bank. There are certain things, we want to think if we're putting money in your bank, there's certain things that have different values to them. Certain amounts of money, dollar bill or bills that are going to get you more. So I like to eat in a way where I am eating highly nutrient food that's calorie deficient. I eat in volume, so I can sit down and eat a salad this big. I can have avocado. I could do these things. And the amount of calories and nutritional profiling for what I'm eating is like blows, half of a burger and a handful of fries out of the water. Right? Now you might look and be like, where is all that food going, Melissa? Why do you have so much? But that's the way that I eat. That's how I teach people to eat. I eat clean, which means, again, it's nutrient dense, calorie deficient. It means I'm getting the biggest bang for my buck. It's knowing that I'm basically putting like $1 million in every time I eat. I'm not going for the cheap stuff. I'm not going for the drive-through. I don't want to eat that way. I don't want that, like I get a bite of this. No, so I want you to pay attention to all the drinks and other things of that nature. Ideally, when we are looking at coffee drinks, make your own. Understand that they add syrup to the flavored coffees. So it's not just like a vanilla bean. It's usually they're adding syrup. Try going to Dunkin' Donuts and say, don't use syrup, and they look at you like you're nuts. Know that when you are getting the almond milks and the soy milks and it is the barista blend, which means it is 3 times the amount of calories, sugar, and fat. This is not the silk almond milk that you have at home. This is the barista blend. It's like going and getting heavy cream. Okay, so really be aware that when you're getting a latte and you're like, oh, but it's just this, you're drinking half of a meal, right? I mean, just really understand that. So especially during the holidays, I find that people up on all that. And don't get me wrong, I love hot chocolate. I was just made it with my boyfriend the other night, but I make it myself. I have almond milk at home. I put in a tablespoon of cacao powder. I add in some chocolate protein powder and a little bit of stevia, right? And then we'll put some marshmallows on top. I'm making my own, but I also know what's in it, okay? So there isn't sugar. It's raw cacao. It's got stevia, right? And then a little protein powder. And so that we've got a little protein hot chocolate. And it's great before bed. That's what we do. And his has casein in it, which even helps you sleep. So I just say this because really pay attention and understand. So if you're sitting there and you're like, just notice what you're doing. Same thing with cocktails. If you're going to do cocktails, go for your champagne over your Prosecco, go for Pinot Noir or a Sauvignon Blanc over a heavier blend. Not only is it going to be lighter on tannins, which means it's not going to be as disruptive to your sleep, but it's also going to have less sugar. I ideally go organic and sulfate free, but also understand alcohol is a toxin to the body. If we are going for spirits, you want to go clear. The only one that I would say tequila is the only non-mood altering alcohol that's also good for your microbiome, which means non-mood altering people always go, yeah, but I get sassy. I'm not saying it doesn't get you in the tips. What I am saying is the next day you're not going to have the depressant effect. If you have ever noticed when you have wine or you have other vodka and other things, there's a depressant effect the next day. You can be prone to negative thinking. You just not feel as good. So we want to keep them clean, right? And so the drink that my clients love and that a lot of people do is it's muddled jalapeno soda, clear tequila blanco. And then a little splash of pineapple. The pineapple is the enzymes that cut fat. The jalapenos help speed your metabolism. And then we have tequila. As for anything else, just go clear. Go clear, little soda if it's not clean. So again, I'm not telling you to drink. I'm just giving guidance here. Watch your drinks always. For every drink, do a glass of water, space yourself, and understand alcohol is not your friend, especially when you're aging and when you're wanting to be healthy and stay intuitively connected. As an intuitive, I keep my channel clear. Your body is comprised 73% of water. I do not want it muddled. People pay me from all over the world to have me connected intuitively. The last thing I'm going to do, and I love my divine connection. It's incredible. So, and I love that. I love feeling source energy. I love being that connected to myself. I love the guidance that I receive. I love being of service in the world and helping others to connect to their truth, to their purpose, to receive guidance around major decisions in their life, to give them guidance in terms of, that's how I identified cancer in my body. And it's also why I healed myself of cancer, was through my intuitive guidance. Everyone thought I was crazy. So story for another day. Okay, and tip number 10. So this is you. We talked earlier, right, about operating as the version of you that you want to be. And you're already her. So in tip number 10, I actually want you to come from love for all people in your life. But I find December to be the most beautiful invitation for you to love yourself more deeply than ever before. Use this month as an opportunity to look at where you are withholding love from yourself and where you have not forgiven yourself, where there may be past regrets, or forgiven other people in your life. I find this month more than ever, and in connection with spirituality and faith, whatever that is for you, that immense healing can happen. And that we give ourselves the grace and the space to actually allow ourselves to look within and see where we tell ourselves that we have forgiven, or tell ourselves that it's not a big deal, or that we are showing up in one way. I find that the greater we forgive and the more that we love ourselves and we give ourselves the opportunity to fully be and heal, the greater love we receive. And that comes in the form of massive abundance all around. Tip number 11 that I would love for you more than anything in these 12 healthy holiday tips is to be the love for yourself. And this goes into, I want to finish this one. I'm sorry, this isn't tip number 11. This is still tip number 10. Be the love for yourself that you always wanted to receive from somebody else. Be the love for yourself that you always wanted to receive from somebody else. And that, I promise you, actually, if that was the only tip that you did from here, that would be everything that you would need. Because if you're the love for yourself that you always wanted to receive from somebody else, you're giving yourself the acceptance, the approval, the appreciation, the honor, the respect. Watch what will happen in your outer reality. Because if everyone's a mirror and you're doing that for yourself, what do you think will come back to you? A woman who loves herself and is the love for herself she always wanted from somebody else, she's not overeating. Her heart is so full. She's not eating from emotions or from habit. She's completely fulfilled. A woman who loves herself the way she always wanted to be loved, all of a sudden her partner starts looking at her differently, and her children acknowledge her differently, and her colleagues and strangers, and it gets reflected back to her. And then she sees, wow, this works, and I'm going to keep doing it. And that is the greatest gift that you could ever give yourself. And it costs nothing, and your soul will be so happy. Tip number 11 is to actually go into deep gratitude, and go into gratitude for everyone in your life, and take it a step further by actually telling them. Don't just journal about it, but make a point every day to tell someone why you're grateful for them. Again, right now it's the beginning of December. What do you think will happen for you? How good do you think you'll feel? And how happy will you make other people? If we're all connected and we're all one, which we are, look at the ripple effect that will come. So instead of just the gratitudes on paper, my invitation is for you to go out and be of gratitude and let one person know a day, or as many as 5. And again, I guarantee that money, love, more happiness, more contentment, more love for yourself, more weight, like the weight will release because of who you're being and the energy in which you're emitting and experiencing. And tip number 12 is, for a healthy and happy holiday, we really talked about honoring the body by being the identity. And every day, we already went into the fitness tip of showing up no matter what and to not getting out of routine, right? So tip number 12 is to really, really, really ask yourself, how can I have as much joy and as much fun and as much festive enjoyment? What I mean is, we're going into this holiday, I want your intention. This is intentional living, tip number 12. It's about fun, it's about joy. What is it if we're not having fun? What is the point in all of this if we're not enjoying? How can you just invite in more fun and more joy each day? My invitation is that you wake up each day and you open your arms wide and you say, God, universe, source, energy, mother nature, all the powers that be, I invite fun into my life today. I invite joy. I invite opportunities to experience this season and to have it be the best season yet. I invite in more fun, more joy, more happiness. I invite in wholeness, to come home to who I've always been, to be reminded of the truth of me, and to know that I am you and you are me. I am love, fully and completely. And allow yourself to saturate in that. You do these 12 tips, and I guarantee, and I want you to come back in here and leave a comment. First off, I want to know, which tip are you going to implement today? If you did these 12 tips, which are pretty epic, right? There is no way that your life will not have dramatically transformed. Not only your mood, your health, your happiness, and I guarantee your wealth and the amount of love that you're receiving and feeling each day. Try it. Come back in. I dare you. Happy holiday, guys. I will see you. I'm here every Wednesday live at 11. I can't wait to be with you. We also send out 2 videos a week, long form. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe and share it. We need more love and more goodness. Just things spread. Feel good. It's the holiday season. And if you'd like to come to Reinvention, Reinvent Yourself in 2025, this is a 2-hour workshop that I run here live. Let me know, put Reinvention in the comments below. And the last gift that I have for you to make this your healthiest holiday yet is my cookbook. We have given it for free. Normally we do a raffle. Everybody on this video, I will send you a link. You can download it. It is my wholeness recipe cookbook, my wholeness cookbook, where all of the recipes will work for any dietary preference. And they are easy, they are clean, you will love them. And I would love to give that to you. So if you want the cookbook, put wholeness, or just put cookbook below, and I'd love to see you at Reinvention. And for those of you that want to be in my energy, each month we have our Limitless Academy membership, where you can be with me every week. I teach live, you hear from me every day, and we are in an epic community of women that are all going higher. This is my mind, body, life mastery membership. We do everything about getting your ideal body, aging backwards, reprogramming the mind, connecting in intuitively, and reprogramming you cellularly, truly healing the body, and most of all, shifting your identity. So Reinvention is truly about redesigning your life based off of your desires and not by default. So we do all of that in Limitless Academy, and you can join now for, I think our holiday sale is just $98, and you can leave at any time. It's epic. I love it. We have guests, we run challenges, all the things. And for those of you that want to work with me one-on-one and are truly ready for a full reinvention and want your mind, your body, your life to look dramatically different in 6 months' time, that's Reinvention. And that is a high-level container for a woman who's ready to invest and truly, truly dramatically she's ready to go big. She's ready for the life. And that is my Reinvention Mentorship. And if you want that, put mentorship below. We have 4 spots and we're starting in January. So I think there's 4 left. It's an intimate group. It's a private group, and we have an in-person, which is epic. Okay, so I love you guys. I can't wait to be with you soon, and stay tuned. All my love. Bye.